Where do you think this ability comes from?
I think we all have it. The Bible, Jesus, he walks on water. If consciousness is water and we are in it all the time, that's the truth that we aren't, our perception of that truth hasn't fully been integrated and embodied. A lot of times, what people are experiencing is that it's someone that's a Christian, right? They have their experiences, but because of their perception of the experience itself, it doesn't embody the full truth of what they've experienced.
It's being filtered through
Yes.
their Christian lens or their Christian box.
Yeah. So everybody does this. And kind of going back to where Jesus walks on water, see the water as truth. So that is the truth of what is vast and all-encompassing. So that's consciousness, where a lot of people, they have a hard time with being truthful to themselves. So whenever you aren't embodying truth, like how I was afraid to talk about these things to those boyfriends because they didn't want to hear it. They didn't, a few of them didn't believe it. Whenever we aren't able to accept those things and parts of ourselves, I think that's why we shrink and we're not able to experience our senses fully. Is because we can't even look at ourselves in the mirror and say, this is who I am, and I accept it. Let's go within the mind for a second. You have to be able to recognize the information, see it, or however it's coming in, and then pull yourself away from it and observe it.
Okay.
Be the outsider of whatever that information is. You're still kind of looping around the information like a satellite.
Okay.
But it's observance. And this is something that people struggle with. So if you are living in a state where you're not an authentic person, perhaps you actually even have a habit of lying. You lie often. What that's going to create is you're not going to be able to know. If you are receiving information, if you're receiving information and you're using your abilities, I mean, how are you going to be able to tell the difference between yourself and the information that you're receiving? Because you're already confused. I mean, you confuse yourself because you have to keep up with lies, whatever it is that you're trying to convince yourself to believe. And it can even be something where you don't believe you're worthy of something. That's a lie.
It is a lie, yeah.
And so whenever you're
Like
constantly...
denial, the rejection of the self.
Yes. Truth is your own relationship with truth. We want to go back to, again, we're talking about Jesus walking on water. And we take that and look at water as he was walking on truth. So, and he was telling Peter to believe in that truth, to have a relationship with the consciousness that was being experienced in the present moment. That was the true embodiment of the truth. And he's asking him to accept it. But if Peter is looking at it and he can't believe it, and he's telling himself he's not worthy to believe this, you're not going to be able to have that relationship with it. You're going to have some form of self-deception that's being experienced.
And so in this case, it would be like Peter has the ability to walk on water and to join Jesus out on the water by himself, walking over towards them, I guess. And they were on the boat. And Peter was like, I want to be there too. And so he like hops off. And he
well, he's calling to Peter. He's telling
like,
him,
come here.
Be consumed with truth.
Mm-hmm. Come and live in your truth.
Embody it. Mm-hmm. Walk
Invisibility,
on it.
Own. It's like ownership of the self.
Deeply attuned to yourself, the truth of who you are.
Yeah.
And then whenever the state of alignment, it's it's distorted.
I remember immediately when he walks out and he starts sinking and he starts like
Yes!
crying. And what does Jesus
Yeah.
say to him? He was like, isn't it like, oh, you little faith or something? What does he say to him?
You have so little faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like saying like you have so little faith in yourself.
In yourself.
In God,
Mm.
right? You don't have enough faith in God and you definitely
It's
don't
the
have enough faith in yourself.
Your inner coherence. If you aren't able to, we'll just say like walk on water, walk in truth, you're not going to stay grounded with clarity. You're going to start sinking. This is what I'm talking about with if you lie. And what did Peter do? Peter is famous for saying he didn't know Jesus in the end.
He denied Jesus
He
3
denied
times.
him 3 times. And he also is the one who was sinking in the water.
So were you saying that you've had those moments?
Yeah.
Where you were
relate
Peter?
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
You were rejecting yourself.
Yeah.
And your ability.
And this happens to so many people. Like I said, we all can do these things. It's just our environments, it's either going to nurture these abilities or it's going to
Stifle
create
them.
distortion in trying to mold you into whatever is acceptable within society.
And within that culture, whatever it may be. That makes sense. What advice do you have for people to reclaim that part of themselves?
Something that I do want to kind of end with is that consciousness, whenever I'm experiencing what I experience within mediumship, I always describe it as if we are swimming in it every day, every minute, every second. It's all around us. And whenever I'm experiencing mediumship, I'm literally just participating within the ocean. It's the oceanic depth and awareness of everything. It is intelligent, it's responsive, our loved ones are part of it. It's almost like a network. And trees, they have like networks underneath that you can't see. It's kind of like
system.
that. But it's better described as the oceanic field of awareness.